Welcome. I'm Chelsea Schwartz.
I'm Yale Teagle.
And this is Streaming Wars, the show that helps you wade through the endless sea of streaming content. Last week, Netflix was crowned champion for their second time this season, but they have yet to hold their title 2 weeks in a row. Who knows? Maybe they'll do it this week. Let's talk predictions. Yale, who do you think is going to win this week?
You said it. I think Netflix is going to be the one that takes it this week. I spent a lot of time there, so I'm going to give them 3 points. I also spent some time over on Apple TV Plus, which was a pleasant surprise. And I'm going to give them 5 points because I want them on the board, even though I don't think they'll win. What did you watch this week?
You know, surprisingly, I actually spent some time back on Peacock this week, just rewatching old libraries that I love, like Frasier and Third Rock from the Sun. So 3 points to Peacock. Also, my staple is HBO Max for Friends and Big Bang Theory. I also started watching Key and Peele for the first time this week, which I'm loving. So 3 points to HBO Max as well.
Awesome. Like I said, I was on Netflix and I started my week very fantastical with Fate the Winx Saga on Netflix. I am too old to be watching this show, but I love it. Fate the Winx Saga is based on the Nickelodeon cartoon about Winx, which are fairies at Fairy College. And Netflix took this show and turned it into a YA series. It's a little bit edgier. I use that term very loosely, but it was very fun and I liked it a lot, which was a surprise. So I think I'm going to give Netflix another 5 points for Fate the Winx Saga for making me feel old.
I mean, I don't think there's anything old about watching fairies go to college. That sounds right up my alley, and I'm older than you. You've also sold me on the show, plus my friend that runs my pop culture Instagram account with it can't stop talking about this series. So I'm just going to give Netflix another 3 points for having water cooler level exciting series as usual.
I am going to take away a point, though, because there is only one plus-size character, and she is sad and insecure the whole time. And it's 2021. We should not continue with this trope. It's overdone, and it's boring. So I'm removing 1 point from Netflix for that.
I stand in solidarity with you. I'm also going to take away another point from Netflix.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Moving right along to HBO Max, there's a new film. This begins the slate of Warner Brothers theatrical releases dropping also on HBO Max for 2021. Like, obviously, we started with Wonder Woman 84 last month, but The Little Things has just come out. This is a psychological thriller that follows two cops, one haunted by the echoes of his past as they investigate a series of murders throughout Los Angeles. And it's an incredible cast. You've got Jared Leto, you've got Rami Malek, Denzel Washington. I tend to not go into the serious dramas very often. Jared Leto wasn't my cup of tea in this, and he can be phenomenal as an actor, but Rami Malek and Denzel Washington totally sold me, and their entire relationship. I was like the new guy and the old guy, like as they investigate and sharing their knowledge and their experiences, really just like brought it home for me. So I definitely recommend checking this out if you signed up for HBO Max so you could see these theatrical releases at home. Here you go. Here's your first one. 7 points to HBO Max.
Wow, 7. That's a lot for them. I'm going to add 2 points because this movie has also Natalie Morales and John Kim, who I loved in The Librarians. So that's 2 points just for them.
Moving back to Netflix, Firefly Lane has come out, which is a drama about two best friends, Tully and Kate, who grew up on Firefly Lane. And it's the story of their friendship throughout like a span of 40 or 50 years, you know, just they're inseparable and it's the ups and downs of life. So there's a whole range of topics, some happy, some heartbreaking, you know, just as you would happen in life. It's a great cast. I really enjoyed the concept in theory, but the execution, how they jump the timelines, it reminds me of the Glorias that we talked about last year here, where it's just like, where are we right now? And why it keeps jumping for no rhyme or reason. And it's not just like, oh, we had a flashback to their youth. It's like, oh, now we're back 5 years. Now we're back 20. Now we're ahead 10. Now we're ahead 20. And just, what? In the Glorias, I at least can appreciate that they had different actresses playing each time period. But for the majority of these jumps, it's the same actors. So I'm going to give this series 4 points on Netflix, just because it confused the heck out of me.
I get that. I'm going to take away a point for too many time jumps, but I'm going to add 3 because I do think Katherine Heigl deserves a shot at being back in TV. I really love the casting, so I'm going to give it 3 on this. I will say, like you, I'm not a big drama person, so it's really hard to watch something sad all the time. So like that's 2 drama series now.
Two drama series. Were we considering Fate the other one?
No, I meant the Little Things, which I know is a movie, but that's 2
okay.
dramas in a row.
Oh yes, too much drama. Well, then let's get into something happier. I know we both watched Central Park on Apple TV Plus this week.
Yes, so this is from the people who made Bob's Burgers, and I love Bob's Burgers. I think the comedy in Bob's Burgers is so clever, and to do that and apply it to another series is really fun. So I'm going to say 8 points for Central Park on Apple TV Plus. I don't like that it's pretty much the same family structure as Bob's Burgers. That really bothers me, so I'm going to take 1 point away. But I do really like that it's the whole first season is a story rather than the way Bob's Burgers would be, which is episode story arcs. So I really do like that. What did you think of it?
You know, I've never seen Bob's Burgers. I assumed it would be like the other Fox comedies that I also do not like Family Guy, American Dad, all of that stuff. And Central Park has this amazing voice cast, you know, Leslie Odom Jr. and Daveed Diggs and Josh Gad, and just it keeps going. And so just the cast alone intrigued me. And also because like we keep saying time and time again, Apple TV is quality over quantity. So there's got to be something to it, right? And I was belly laughing, like an actual out loud chuckles within 5 minutes, and it continued throughout the first episode and continued on, you know? So I was really pleasantly surprised, enough to the point that I think I actually want to go back and check out Bob's Burgers now.
Yay! I think that's great news. I mean, also Central Park is a musical, which I know you love musicals.
Oh my God, you know, that's a big part of it for me. The second they started singing, I was like, excuse me, what? Like, yeah.
How many points are you giving Central Park?
Oh, all right. We're going to give it 6 points for the musical because you're singing and you got me there. Another point for making me laugh, and another point for the amazing cast. So that's 8 points total for me for Central Park.
Wow. I think it's totally worth it. I'm going to remove 1 point though, because I have a huge pet peeve of male actors playing female voices, specifically because it's almost always this like annoying, loud, rash woman character, you know, like Lola on Big Mouth, or like Mrs. Belcher, Linda Belcher on Bob's Burgers. And Stanley Tucci is playing one of the women on the show. Daveed Diggs is the other. And I personally hate this thing. So, you know, I'm taking a point away.
I remember you telling me in advance that, you know, there was guys playing women's voices, and I tend to agree with you. In Stanley Tucci's portrayal, I was just like, why? Like, that voice actually really did bother me. But Daveed Diggs just sounds like himself playing Helen. And I actually kind of liked it. Like, that one didn't bother me.
I agree. I think the Daveed Diggs voice in Helen is funny. I think the Stanley Tucci voice is the same thing we see all the time and didn't need to be a man.
Absolutely agreed. Well, speaking of animations, also released within the last week is Pixar Popcorn. These are bite-sized, like they're not even shorts. Like Pixar shorts tend to be like 5 to 7 minutes long. These are literally like 1 to 2 minute animations from Pixar, featuring your favorite characters from Pixar films. So you've got The Incredibles, you've got Coco, you've got Finding Dory. You know, there's just a ton. My favorite out of the bunch is there's 2 different Ducky and Bunny shorts. And this is actually what started me on my Key and Peele trip this week, is because I realized that Ducky and Bunny are Key and Peele, and was like, wait a second, didn't they have a series that people always told me to watch? And voila, there we went. So Pixar Popcorn, definitely, it's like you can watch them individually, and I appreciated this about Disney Plus, they have an option if you scroll through the episodes, it's like episode 11, play all. That's not a fancy title for like one very long short. It's all 10 of the shorts. And so you can watch them together. It's about 21 minutes, and you don't have to keep clicking buttons in between. So for the convenience of that and for the bite-sized nature and how fun these were, a lot of them don't even have dialogue. They're just fun little animations. I'm not a Pixar fan. Everyone knows it. 10 points.
Wow. I'm gonna add a point for winning you over because I know how much you are not a Pixar fan. That's
So is that a point
huge.
for me or a point for Disney Plus?
A point for Disney Plus. Good for them.
Awesome. All right, time to get into our headlines from this week. Yale, what kind of news did we hear this week?
So the internet was abuzz with this Harry Potter news that HBO Max was going to be making a Harry Potter series. This has been denied by Warner Brothers, but either way, just saying this, I think I'm going to take away a point from HBO Max. How dare you threaten this idea?
Threaten the idea? Like you don't want it to happen?
No.
Oh my God. I need more Wizarding World all the time, personally. I love magic. Like anything magical. If you have a fantasy show that involves the use of magic, I am in. There is no way I am not in. And so there's so many untold stories within the Wizarding World universe. And I would love, honestly, I would love to see Warner Brothers take a stab at some of the fan films and flush them out in a bigger way, like Sisters of House Black, and telling the story of the family of Black. So this is like Sirius and all of his relatives, which the majority were Slytherin until Sirius. But he had amazing sisters that were powerful and all sorts of stuff. There's a lot to be played with. I know they're not planning anything right now, but it would be so much fun if they did do something. So I'm going to add a point back for the one that you took away.
That's fine. Over on Peacock, so apparently WWE Network is closing and is going to move all of that content to Peacock. So I know that our producer is very excited about this news, so I'm going to give our producer a point. But also, I think I'm going to take a point away from Peacock because they should have done this when they launched, and I think that it was dumb of them to not.
I mean, WWE might not have known they were going away when they launched.
They should have taken it down and moved it over. It's like the way that DC Universe got absorbed into HBO Max. Peacock should have done this with WWE at the beginning.
Interesting. I haven't really watched a lot of It's Only Happening in the US. Our producer would like us to mention that this is only, WWE is only appearing on Peacock in the US. I was a big WWF fan, and as I got older, I drifted away from wrestling, not because I don't like it, I just never had time to get there. So I'm kind of excited that it's going to Peacock, because maybe I will reignite my passion for wrestling, you know? And also because I promised I would, like you said, our producer Junior is really excited about this. So I'm giving Peacock 10 points.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
And speaking of giving Peacock points, I have some more Peacock news. Seth MacFarlane and Amy Pascal are developing a series adaptation of the novel All Our Wrong Todays. It sounds like a weird name, I know, but All Our Wrong Todays, it's actually the name of the novel. It's about a world where technology has solved all of humanity's problems. You know, there are no unripe avocados. There's no war, you know, things like that. Tom, our main character, Tom, though, has lost the love of his life. So it hasn't solved all problems, but he has a time machine. So of course, you know, he's going to go do something stupid, right? However, the time machine doesn't allow him to just go reset and save his lost love. It allows him to explore alternate realities. So I'm really in. Like, this concept sounds so fun. And Seth MacFarlane has been doing some really interesting moves lately. Like, I started out, I'm going to be honest, was not a huge Seth MacFarlane fan, and he has won me over in recent years. So I'm giving Peacock another 5 points for actually having some solid ideas coming down the line.
You have piqued my interest. I was so not excited about this. I'm going to go with 2 points for Peacock because I'm interested. I'd watch, I'd see, I'd check it out.
Nice. We've won you over.
Yes.
And suddenly Peacock wins for the first time ever. No, I don't know. We'll find out at the end of the show. All right, speaking of more news, we've got Vikings Valhalla to announce. So if you watched Vikings on, it was History Channel, right? The original Vikings? I think
I
that's
believe
right.
so.
You could end up, I believe you can still watch Vikings. The older episodes are on Netflix now. It is a wonderful series that talks about exactly the title. So if you are interested at all in Vikings, you should be watching this. But apparently that one series wasn't enough, and now we're getting an additional Vikings tale, and I am super excited about this.
I think that the people who watched Vikings and loved it are going to be so excited, and I'm happy for them. So 4 points to Netflix for making more content for these people. I think that it's interesting that this, it was a drama. It was like an action drama, and I'm very impressed that it's doing so well that Netflix is like, we're going to do a spin-off series. It kind of reminds me of the, I think it was the Spartacus series.
I mean, Netflix pays attention, like the way that they saved Lucifer when it got canceled and then picked it back up. Like that, they definitely go, no, but people like this. So there's something to be said about that. I don't actually have any points to give Netflix for this, though. I was just excited to announce it.
I think that's wonderful news.
Also, another thing that was exciting this week was Apple TV Plus extended their free membership for people. So if you were already on trial with a free membership, you got that first year free, or maybe you got it from your cell phone provider or whatever, they had extended as a courtesy for the pandemic through January. And now they've extended through July. So we get Apple TV Plus even longer for free. And I'm actually really excited about this because I was in the middle of going, do I want to pay $5 a month for access to Fraggle Rock?
Yeah, I think them extending is the right move. I think it's very smart, especially since we're all still at home and they do have such quality content that people are more likely to check it out now that they have more time. So 3 points for making the right move.
I'm also giving them 3 points. Yeah, absolutely. It's time for everyone's favorite segment, Challenge Yourself, where this week we had to watch Bling Empire on Netflix. This was Crazy Rich Asians, the reality show. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, guys. I didn't watch it.
Wow. I watched the first episode and I would like that time back. I am not a fan of reality shows. This is like a Real Housewives style reality show. The drama feels a little manufactured. There is a character who is dating an actor and he like blows up at her and is angry and yells at her through the phone and like sounds very abusive. And all I could think was this has to be scripted because otherwise his career is over. So like, why would you put yourself through this as an actor? Anyway, if you like that real trashy TV, that Real Housewives style, Bling Empire is the show for you. Otherwise, no.
Kind of glad that I didn't have a minute to watch it. Yeah. I apologize that you lost some time from your life for watching that. And for that, I'm taking 3 points away from Netflix.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So what are we going to watch next week?
Oddly, another reality show. We are being challenged to watch. I believe it is Haute Dog. It is a like dog grooming show over on HBO Max. Look, I like animals and I sat through the pack, so I think I can do at least an episode of this.
Surprised with the pack. It was actually kind of fun, right?
It was fun if you like The Amazing Race and dogs. Yes. And this I think I'll like because, it's got like a colorful, fashion-y element and dogs.
Yeah. So, if you like dogs, join us for our Challenge Yourself this week. Also, when we come back next week, we're going to have a special Valentine's Day themed episode for you guys. We're not just talking new content, but access to all of your favorite love, romantic type and anti-Valentine type films available on all streaming services. So definitely come and join us for that next week. But now it's time to announce the winner of this week's show. Drum roll, please. All right, our winner is Apple TV Plus. What? Where did that come from?
Like we've said, quality content. It is quality.
I have to say, I'm actually really excited about this, and they have a lot of stuff coming down the line that I'm even more excited about. It looks like Apple is finally proving that they are here to stay. But you know what's more amazing, Yale?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
What's happening in the world? The world is turned upside down.
I think it's that WWE thing.
Yeah. Well, you know, congratulations to both Apple TV Plus and Peacock this week. And thank you for watching Streaming Wars here on that hashtag show. Make sure you like and subscribe, follow wherever you're watching this. Do the thing that makes sense for that platform. Or leave a comment below and let us know what you're watching right now on, you know, Disney or Amazon or Hulu or wherever. We want to know.
And don't forget to let us know what we should challenge ourselves to next time, because we're always looking for wacky suggestions.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, guys. Until next week. Bye.